Get out of here. Going over here. Okay? What does that do for you? It gives you an out. And unless you're the top boss at work, there's always somebody else who can handle this guy. Right? That happens all the time. Okay? Where I work, we get people that are frustrated all the time because they had to wait for 10, 15, 20, 90 minutes for the pharmacy's done. So how do you handle those people? Well, instead of going out there and smoking because I want to, okay, I can't handle you right now, so let me hand it off to my buddy. He's going to take care of you. I got to go talk to a patient in the back or something. I got to get myself out of that. And if I absolutely have to stick with it, then I take some deep breaths. You know what? And that's just how we do it. Okay? But these things really do work. And with our own lives, we have to think about how am I going to get through the stress? How am I going to get through the things that are causing me the biggest hurdles and challenges? So tomorrow is your day to quit smoking. What kind of things can you remember out of what I just said that are going to help you with tomorrow to get through your plan? Well, if you have a plan, right, you'll stick to it. If you don't have a plan, you're going to jellyfish. Do we want to be a jellyfish, or do we want to be a statue? Jellyfish, statue. You know, which one do we want to be? We have to choose. Because why have we not successfully quit in the past? What is it that causes us to keep smoking or to start back up? What causes that? What's the catalyst?
Anything that causes you to fail to stick to your plan?
Yeah.
Stressor or anything?
Think about a college plan. If you got a plan, you go and talk to your education advisor, like, okay, here's your plan, go. Okay, and then you deviate off that plan. You change your major 17 times, or life happens and you have kids in the middle of you going to school, which happens to a lot of people. You know, things happen, right? What happens when you deviate off that plan? How easy is it to go from this straight line to this, I'm over here now. You know, and then how hard is it to get back on the plan? How hard is it to get back on task? Pretty hard.
It's very hard.
So if you have a plan that helps you get through certain contingencies, such as, I know exactly what I'm going to do when this guy offers me a cigarette. I know exactly what I'm going to do when I'm faced with my smoking crowd of friends. I know exactly what I'm going to do when I really want that morning cigarette with my coffee. I know exactly what I'm going to do when I'm drinking a beer and I want a cigarette. I know exactly how I'm going to handle everything. And by having a plan in advance, you know exactly how you're going to handle it. And I think it's really important that we think about that. And that we almost look at this as a smaller scale problem that's not that big a deal, that's easy to do, because you're going to put it in really small, simple terms and steps. Okay? When we look at it like it's this gigantic supernova problem, that's when we get overwhelmed by it and we fail. Okay? So I don't want you to fail. I want you to succeed. So in order to succeed, we're going to take this big, huge thing and we're going to shrink it down to here. Step one, have a plan. Step one in the morning, have a plan on how you're going to get through breakfast, how you're going to get through lunch, how you're going to get through dinner, how you're going to get through your car ride back and forth to work. Have a plan on how you're going to handle your smoking break friends. Right? These are people that you went and smoked with all the time, right? You know? They're going to be like, hey, you want to go smoke a cigarette? You're going to be like, no, I don't. Thank you. How about a stick of gum instead? Right? You know? And what's going to happen is people are going to be like, man, she's really sticking to it. Good job. And that's what you're looking for. Well, yeah, because you want to tell them, hey, I'm trying to quit, guys. Don't try to peer pressure me into smoking. Please help me. You know? It's important to tell people about it. You know, this is what's going on with me right now. I'm really trying to quit. Thank you for helping me. You know, this is going to be better for me. It's going to be better for my kids. You know, it's going to be better for my family. It's going to be better for my health. I'm not going to be a statistic. I don't want to be a part of the 50,000 people that die a year from some kind of a crazy smoking-related issue. You know, and I think that if you can focus on remembering to set small, foreseeable, easy to reach goals. You know, if today your goal is to quit smoking, then step one is to have a plan written down. Step two, stick to the plan. All the other steps are on the plan. Stick to the plan. The plan works. And when you screw up, because it happens, go back to the plan. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't call me and say, oh my gosh, I failed, you know, I'm the worst person ever because I smoked a cigarette. I think I'm going to, start smoking again. Don't be that guy. Instead, be the guy that says, okay, one, fine, okay. But if you separate your cigarettes from yourself, you don't buy them, you get them out of your house, then we're left with the other cigarette pastime, bumming cigarettes, right? So how do you not bum a cigarette? How do we avoid the bumming of the cigarette? How do we do that?
I just won't go out where everyone smokes.
Okay, and that's one way to do it, right? But is that the only place you bum cigarettes?
For me, yes.
How about you? How do you not bum a cigarette?
I just don't do it.
Well, we got to have a plan, right? Guy says, hey, man, you got a cigarette on you? No, I don't have a cigarette. Come on, Winger, I know you used to smoke, man. You got a lighter or something. You got an emergency cigarette somewhere, right? The answer is to not do it, but we got to have a good answer back to him. Look, guys, I'm trying to quit. I've now been a non-smoker for 45 days. I'm doing good. Don't mess with me. Or whatever. Because sometimes, or depending on where you work, I'm from a maintenance brain, so the maintenance guys really kind of jack with you, but not everybody does. What we want you to know is that you can do it. That when you leave this classroom, you're going to have a successful direction on what you're going to do. You're going to understand that the purpose of extra exercise is to just kind of keep what you do retain in your body from retaining it longer than it needs to be. That if you work for 150 minutes, work out for 150 minutes a week, you're going to lose weight. No matter what you do, no matter how you eat. So these are things you need to know. It's important to understand that. You have to do some work to lose the weight. But if you gain 10 pounds but you don't have lung cancer, right? You're going to lose that 10 pounds. The 10 pounds you're going to lose that. And that's not a problem. It's a short-term thing, not a long-term thing. It's important for people to understand that. Okay, so congratulations for coming and sitting in class number 2. Class number 3 is going to be about diet and more cheerleading. We're all trying to remain focused on a goal. So between the next 7 days, make every day, starting tomorrow, a non-smoking day. And sit down and think and plan it out and don't cave in. Be a statue, not a jellyfish. Okay? So congratulations. Thank you for coming.